News. Argentina saw primary elections on Sunday to define the candidates that will run in the legislative midterm scheduled for November 14th. We have more details in the following report by our correspondent, Carolina Silvestre.
In voting and counting due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Argentinians voted throughout the country.
I put the ballot inside the envelope and showed it to the authorities, and then I put it in the ballot box. It went perfect. Carefully, I entered when they called my name. They were calling by voting table number. I brought my alcohol, my pen, and my ID.
No problem. We put the ID where it should be, right? And well, we also put the ballot inside the envelope. We showed it and put it back in the box. Thank God everything was fine. There were not so many people. It flowed smoothly, and I really liked it a lot. One already has certain convictions and tries to fulfill one's civic duty so that the country can move forward.
With similar results to the 2017 midterm elections, Together for Change won first place, and in second place was the Front of All, followed by the rest of the fronts.
I have saved my most special thanks for the end, and I want to thank two people, Ricardo López Murphy and Adolfo Rubinstein, they and all the people of Porteño who supported their candidates, because thanks to them, today, tonight, we are more.
We have visited many municipalities. We were missing some places, but we will be there in the ones we are missing. We have been learning, we have been listening, we have made proposals. We are a diverse space, but we are together.
The current Argentinian president, an important member of the Front of All, also spoke about the electoral process together with some of the candidates.
What we need most is to move forward with more social justice, with more development, with more production, with more public education, with more public health. That is what brought me to the government the day Cristina and I were voted in October and in December, when we arrived at the government, with the same ideals, the same convictions, listening to the message of the people, knowing that in that message there are unmet demands that we must meet, and surely there are claims for mistakes made that cannot be repeated.
Sabiendo que en ese mensaje hay demandas insatisfechas que debemos terminar de satisfacer y seguramente hay reclamos por errores cometidos que no pueden volver a repetirse.
Alberto Fernandez asked the militants and leaders of his organization to set a single objective between now and the general legislative elections.
It is to go out to the streets, to go back to neighborhoods, and to explain to Argentine men and women that there is a country to be built, after all the pain inherited from the years previous of our arrival to the government, and after all the pain left by the pandemic. And we are going to build that country together with all Argentine men and women. I want to ask every Argentinian who is listening to me that I have 2 years of government ahead of me, that I'm not going to give up, and that I need the help and collaboration of every Argentinian, and I humbly ask you to help me.
With the candidates chosen to run for the 127 seats in the lower house and 24 in the Senate, the political fronts are preparing for the November 14 elections, which will determine the composition of the Argentine parliament for the next 2 years.
Carolina Silvestre, TeleSUR, Buenos Aires.